talk more about the bottom, because I came in late on. I mean, obviously you gave me the concept. Obviously, everybody remembers last year with the NHL deciding to, cancel the Winter Classic, and obviously that's becoming now they've actually gone the other way, and I think they're going to have 30 of them. But talk about the genesis of that idea about, and other events that bottle knocker hockey around. Just take a drink.
The Bottle Knocker Classic.
Yeah.
Oh. The Bottle Knocker Classic. Where to begin? The Bottle Knocker Classic was actually the project that I thought was never going to happen, because the Bottle Knocker Classic ended up being just a complete spur of the moment idea. What happened was when I originally heard on some sports talk radio station that the Winter Classic of last year was going to be canceled, I was pretty bummed out, because here at BKH we are not only Penguin fans, we're rampant Leaf fans as well. So we were really looking forward to hosting our annual Winter Classic party just to watch the game. So instead of being all happy that there was going to be a Winter Classic that year, we were so bummed out that my wife, I had to do something, and I decided without calling my wife first. I called Matt Davis, who was one of the guys that was helping me at the time fix sticks, and I told him, I said, instead of there being a Winter Classic, I said, we're going to do our own. And he asked me how. And then my next answer was, I said, I'm going to go get a bubble hockey table. And I said, we're going to do it in my living room. And I said, I'll figure this out while I'm driving home tonight. So, because I was on my way home from work, and then you got the call. That's basically it.
And the funny thing was, until the moment I walked into the room, I didn't exactly know what the heck I was supposed to do.
The funny part is, Mike, I didn't even know what the heck you were going to do. Because when I said it was a Matt RETHAGE production to you on the phone, and I recall that conversation quite clearly, because all I know is I said to you on the phone, I said, Mike, I need you to be an announcer for a bubble hockey game in December. And I think all you said to me was, well, what kind of production is this? And I said, all you need to know is it's a Matt RETHAGE production. And then I hung up the phone.
And it was.
And it was
broadcast locally.
Broadcast locally on WBGN, and then it was not only that, it was broadcast live on the interweb.
On that fancy interweb.
On that fancy interweb that Al Gore invented.
Absolutely. And then, if it wasn't for the president coming up with something, it would have been...
I know! We were supposed to get a plug on TV, but then the darn president screwed us up. We were this close. We were this close to getting attention. But then we got so screwed. Oh,
talk about the...
so bad.
Have you been pleasantly surprised by the amount of people that actually watched that or saw pieces of it?
You know what? I wasn't, because the part that stunk was that we didn't know exactly how many people watched it. Because when we put the link up on Facebook, since we have like 2 Facebook, I guess, avenues. We have a Facebook page and we have a Facebook account. So since we have that, and we put the link up on both, we literally had no way of tracking how many people watched it. So to this day, I know that we have the whole thing up on YouTube, and YouTube tells you, well, you have like 120 views or something like that, which is fantastic. However, on that particular day, I know that, which was awesome, but my wife was so paranoid. Because you have to remember, on that day we were streaming it live and doing everything live. My wife was sitting here saying, I'm more nervous about this stupid bubble hockey game than I was over our own wedding. Because we were monitoring it on a laptop, an iPhone, and an iPad all at the same time while we were going through everything. And she's just sitting there with pins and needles, all nice and white-knuckled, trying to hold on to this phone, watching it, making sure the stream doesn't drop out. But,
what's the most?
We just had no way of knowing.
The most surprising person or most surprising thing is someone come up to you that you're like, I can't believe you watched that.
Yeah, actually, somebody called me from Chicago. I'll never forget. I was like walking around downtown, because I was working doing something for a litigation firm, and somebody called me out of the blue. And I saw that the number was from Chicago, so I automatically thought it was like a telemarketer or something. And I picked the phone up, and this woman answered the phone. She said, "Hi, I'm looking for Bottle Knocker Hockey." I was like, "Oh, okay, great." I thought it was going to be like, Capital One or some credit card thing. But here she said, "I'd like to buy a T-shirt from the Bottle Knocker Classic." And all of a sudden, I just kind of stopped dead in my tracks. I'm like, we don't exactly have any merch from that because we didn't make any. But first of all, did you actually watch it? And she said, "Oh yeah, we watched it live and it was awesome. We just want to buy stuff from it." I'm like, okay, well, you're the first one and the only one. I don't know how many people watched that, so this is awesome. I didn't know anybody from Chicago watched that thing.
Now, in the future, here would be my recommendation. Don't ever tell them they're the first.
Yeah, hey, well,
sit there and say, "We'll get your name."
Well, we got it. We did get her name, and we had T-shirts left over from just straight up Bottle Knocker shirts, so we sent her one anyway. We're like, "This is awesome." So we did get her name. She sent us an email. She actually paid us for it, so we sent her an email. We even threw in free water bottles and tote bags and junk like that. So we threw her in some free crap, and we just said, "Here, yeah, take it, fine." This is fantastic that this woman from Chicago called us and said that she actually watched the Bottle Knocker Classic. So, I mean, that's fantastic. And then we put it on YouTube, and we found out that more people watched it after that. But I do get people that walk up to me still and say, "Hey, aren't you guys the people that did the bubble hockey game?" I said, "Yes, we are." And it does surprise me to know that people did that. That people did that did actually watch that on New Year's Day.